Look, the Mkhwebane judgment is bad. It doesn't matter how you look at it. President Zuma was told he cannot appoint the head of the commission of inquiry because he's implicated. That's how Zondo was appointed. That part of the things that are going to be investigated by this commission that we're seeking to establish are going to implicate President Zuma, and as a result, he can appoint a judge of who's going to preside the commission. Today, Ramaphosa can remove a person who is investigating him and says, I didn't know who was going to be the acting, even when it's not true. He knew who was going to be the acting PP. There is a deputy PP at that level. Galeka was a member. I'm not saying he's a member. I don't know what is the status now. Galeka led the ANC Youth League with us. And when we say with us, we're talking yesterday. And one of the questions these comrades, when they interview her now for this, they must ask her if she's still a member of the ANC. And if she says no, they must ask her, when last did you terminate your ANC membership? She was not just a member. She was a leader of the ANC Youth League in Gauteng. Then left to even advise Malusi Gigaba. Then you become an act and you exonerate a president, and then from there apply for that position. The reason why they say that position is 7 years is because you must not be influenced by the current leadership, because they know you don't seek anything after that. She's seeking something. She was not supposed to be the one presiding over that matter if she knew that she's interested in becoming a public protector. Now she exonerated the president because why? She knows the president has got majority in parliament and is going to have an influence on who gets appointed as a public protector. It therefore defeats the whole purpose of having a public protector who is 7 years old, after taking these decisions, will not apply for a job. Yeah. We have a crisis here. This needs to be looked into. A person has taken decisions now. He's now going back to apply. Does it mean it defeated the purpose of saying 7 years to avoid you taking decisions in favor so that you can be reappointed? So the court that took a correct decision is the Western Cape Court. The president was emotional. The president stood to benefit from that. We respect the decision of the Constitutional Court, but we disagree with it. We disagree with it respectfully. And the decisions of the court are not alpha and omega. No. Why would we study law if we can't read these things and disagree with them and rewrite our own academic papers to demonstrate how wrong this judgment was? It doesn't mean we can't implement it. We simply do not agree with it. And two things happened. Galeka, who wants to be appointed, exonerates the president so that he can be appointed. Maya, who's been nominated by the president, something unprecedented. When he appoints the Chief Justice, he says, I appoint the Chief Justice and I will nominate Maya when this Chief Justice finishes his term. Yeah. Your career was party, mama. You are going to be appointed. Where now the judgment, this is a wrong person. A person who said you are going to be appointed even before nominations are called upon. He was bribing him even before. He finished him even before. That if I behave, I'm going to succeed.
After all, I've already been nominated.
I've been nominated by the president.
I think
the other one, you know, when President Zuma was refusing to go to the commission and those things of the Constitutional Court, I went to visit him. And I pleaded with him. And I said, President Zuma, you don't lose anything. Go there and speak. And you're too senior, and I like it when you speak of the CAF. Go and put your perspective. It doesn't matter what the decision is. The reason why I came to is because we are going to inherit this country. We want to inherit and lead a country that has got functional judiciary, that has got institutions of the state that are respected by all of us. I don't want you to agree with me or disagree with me, but I came to express this view. And I went, when the decision was made, I went to see President Ramaphosa, that whatever happens, you may have to give President Zuma a presidential pardon. Flew a lot of people into this city, in and out, trying to mediate this underground to avoid what happened there in July. Because I knew what was going to happen. I was involved to try and avoid what happened. And these are people that I'm nobody to them. Both of them played a role in my distraction, expelled me, took my things, and did all manner of things. But for the country's sake, I had to swallow my pride and try and mediate a peace so that we can continue as a country. Yesterday, President Ramaphosa changed his phone. When I called yesterday, his phone didn't go through. I went looking for his phone number.
He changed his number.
His number, phone number. I went looking for his phone number yesterday. And I called him. I said, no, I was not having the right number because I had this decision. And when the time permits, we will make time and come and see you. Because again, we don't know what's going to be the decision of the Department of Correctional Service and them. But the president's hands are not tied. And that's what we want to remind him of. We reach a point where we must choose peace over all this type of things that we're talking about. To say no one is above the law and all of that. Zuma is served. It's enough. Why do you still want to ban this country after a person is served? He's served. It's enough. And then parole is another form, by the way, of sentencing. When they say you are on parole, doesn't mean you are free. There are certain conditions that come with parole.
Muzwa, follow up, please.
Yes, the quick follow up on the Deputy Chief Justice Maya. You've basically said because of her being nominated, so that's why that kind of a decision. But let's remember that you sat in the JSC, which recommended Maya to be actually the actual Chief Justice. So how do you reconcile that? Before you answer, just a very quick one again. After the ANC Youth League was elected, I think he wrote something very interesting on the Twitter page about who they were and their masters. And then given your friendship, or rather your comradeship with Fikile Mbalula, are you guys still in that friendship zone, or it is slowly collapsing because of politics? Thank you.
Look, we nominated President Maya to be the Chief Justice. If they'd appointed her, perhaps this type of attitude wouldn't be there. She's not appointed. They are keeping her at arm's length. Or into yakho right. Wena just behave. But izinto zakho zihamba kahle. So if she was fully appointed, it's a different ball game altogether. Because she's appointed and she doesn't have to appease anyone. So people are being held at half clutch everywhere because they must appease the master. Otherwise, they will not be appointed. I mean, it's not a decision alone, but surely she wrote the judgment. She's the senior judge. She had some influence when they were conferencing on what is the best decision to take. It doesn't take away the fact that she's a good woman, she's a qualified woman, you can't question her qualifications. But we find ourselves in a situation where we're working with crooks that are collapsing our judiciary, and won't be shocked when they say they've infiltrated her and they want to delegitimize her. By the time that position comes, you may find that Maya is discredited and a different person must emerge altogether. So we said we needed someone who's going to serve longer to avoid what we're being subjected to now, where people will have to appease people.
You think Zondo was being, what do you call it? Zondo was being rewarded?
Yes.
For the state
Zondo got 2 votes in the JC. 2.
Yeah?
Yeah. His colleagues interviewed him.
Yeah.
He got 2 votes.
Hey, okay, let's take someone else.
Well, he's not done with
one more. Quickly.
No, he's not done with the Mbalula ANC youth league.
No.
Oh my God.
Look, Mbalula uses people. Survival of Mbalula in politics is using people. So he uses you, he dumps you. When they were going to the conference of the ANC, I called our friend Lunga in Cape Town, who was not supporting Mbalula, and I asked him, why would you do that to our friend? This guy, he might be having his own weaknesses, but we grew up together. Why? He said, Mbalula uses people, and I'm giving you much. He will not see you for anything. It didn't reach much. Immediately, when he left that conference, I was the first victim. Mbalula, when he went to the conference, he came from my house to the conference. And then from conference, he came out insulting me. And I'm like, you have an issue with me, you've got access to me. Why can't you raise the issue with me? So, and that's how he has been. He uses people politically, and then he dumps them. So, and if he loses his power now, he will come back to me like nothing happened. He will look for me wherever I am and want to continue business as usual. It took Mbalula how many years? 5, 6 years for him to warm up to us. When we formed the EFF, we're not in speaking terms with Mbalula. Only now, recently, when they removed him from those things of ministers, and he started reaching out to us. And then it's not for the first time. A lot of his generation, the people he grew up with in the youth league, were not supporting his candidature. Why? So, you know, you just have to know him for who he is. We live with human beings, but we just have to know, otherwise we'll live alone, and it's not going to be nice. Just don't invest emotions in these types of characters who use people.